guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Today's video is part of a video hop. This is with Kendra's Card Challenge number 15, and this is a collaboration hop featuring our super sponsor, Colorado Craft Company. And this stamp set from Colorado Craft is just simply adorable. This one is called Topiaries and Kitten, and you've got 3 topiaries, actually 2 images of it. This is a main image where you could layer things up, so they've got additional that you can stamp and all the things. I just noticed you've also got a little bird. Okay, anyway, I'm a little bit tickled. So you've got 3 topiaries. One of them is shaped kind of like a kitty. I think that's cute. And you've got this cute little bitty kitty there. So anyway, what I'm going to be using today is this stamp and die set and a paper pack that I've had in my stash for a while. Oh, looks like I've actually had it since 2013 in my stash and I haven't used it. I'm bad, guys. I know. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is Simple Stories from Vintage Bliss. So since it's from 2013, I do not know if it is still available, but I'm sure that you can find some similar patterns in your own crafty stash. And I'm also going to be using sketch number 6. So that is what we're going to be working with today. I've already got all my papers cut out. So what I need to do now is go ahead and stamp and color up one of these or more of these images to go on the front of my card. So I'm going ahead and coloring up this little bird to start off with. I just used some Memento Tuxedo Black ink to stamp out my images. And I figure if I want the dark black line, I can always stamp them again. So I've left the stamps in my stamp platform. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for the front of the card. So I am just experimenting a little bit. And then whatever image I like the best is the one I'm going to go with. So I think this is a good green. It's not, I went ahead and picked out my papers so that I would have an idea of color scheme, try to get everything to kind of sort of match. This green is a little bit darker, but I think that's actually going to be perfect because this blue is kind of a blue green and then the green are green. But I think this is going to work nicely. And for most of this, I probably just need to do kind of stippling because the images are kind of tiny. But guess what? I kind of need to practice my stippling anyway. For this kitty-shaped one, I'm kind of just doing little circles, mostly because I want to give it a little bit of texture, but I have a feeling that I'm going to need a little bit more or want a little bit more. So I think I'm going to come back in with a different color of green and see what I can do with that. Okay, and now I'm going to come back in with another color of green. So the first one I was using was G2. This one is a BG1, which is going to be a little bit of a bluer green. And I think that'll look nice just to add a little bit of texture in there. Actually, I did say that I wanted to add some dark black lines around this. You don't really need to. I think this looks cute without it, but I am going to add a little bit more. So I'm using my VersaFine Clear, and then I'm going to go over this with some clear embossing powder. Making sure that is right in the corner so that it lines up perfect. And that looks good. Let me add one more. And that actually does help on our cat-shaped topiary because it brings out those extra leaves that were stamped on there. And so it has a little bit of a different color than my little green, my little dark green dots that I added. So I think that looks pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and heat emboss this. So I'm using the piece of cardstock that I cut the circle out of as my matting layer. So I've already got it trimmed down as per the card sketch. And I'll go ahead and put this one, actually, let's go all the way over to the edges. We have a little bit of black around the outside, but not a lot. There we go. Go ahead and place that down. So now we have our black mat behind our pretty flowers, and then that's going to go onto the front of my card base. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pop up the whole thing on foam. This is some real thin foam tape from Scotch. I got this from Amazon. I always use a lot of foam on my cards, but this is very thin, so you can usually do a couple layers without a problem. So I noticed that, I was doing all of this with my little trees facing up when I need to put the adhesive on the back. So we're going to do it again, and I'm going to just line everything up with the bases across at that line. So hopefully it will be all straight. And I do want my kitty tree to be in the front, so that one is down first. Okay, looks like those are straight. Now I just need to put some foam on the back. And I'm grabbing out another roll of foam that I think this is from scrapbook.com. Probably it's a thinner one. Or rather, it's a narrower. So this I think is going to work fine for the back of my little trees because the space is a little bit smaller, and that way I don't have to cut up more of the other. Okay, so let's see if everything is still straight and how it's going to look on the front of the card. And I think that that's going to fit pretty much perfect. Let's go ahead and remove the release paper off the back, and then we can place these guys down. There we go. We've got our three little topiaries there, and I kind of want to have my little kitty on there too. So I'm going to put a little bit of foam behind him or her. And then we have this second little bird because there's one already on one of our trees. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue to the back. He's too small for foam. A little bit of glue to the back of him and add him to this other tree. There we go. All that's left is our sentiment, and I'm going to use some of that narrow foam because it looks like it's the perfect thickness or perfect width behind our sentiment. And then we'll place that right across the front there and says, "How are you doing, my friend?" Perfect friendship card. I think that is just so stinking adorable. So that finishes up this card for this Hop for Kendra's Card Challenge and our super sponsor, Colorado Craft Company. Such a cute little set. You guys have a wonderful day. Be sure to check out the rest of the hop. And by the way, there is a giveaway, so be sure to check out all the details down in the description box. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.